What's happening, y'all? Rich Sosa coming back at you with another video today. And before we get started, I gotta say thank God King Jesus for another day and another opportunity. Now, comment down TG for thank God and where you're tuning in from. If you're a day one Rich supporter and part of the family, bro. Now, as y'all can see from the looks of the title on the screen, bro, today, man, I put together a very special rare build for y'all. Now, this one is going to be coming out of the power forward position. And the build name will be actually called the two-way 3-level 0.4. Now with this one, bro, out of all NBA players, it does remind me of Draymond Green, and I'm pretty happy with the comparisons that we get of Kawhi Leonard as well. So with this build, I think it's really one of the better hybrid lockdown defenders because it's going to be able to do a little bit of everything on the offense and defensive side. And if you're new to NBA 2K25, bro, I think this is going to be a great build for anybody to start out with because the defense and the playmaking are, pretty special on this build today. So I just want to say thank every one of y'all for your support. I see y'all in the comments going crazy, man, and I just need to acknowledge you all and say that, I truly just am grateful for, all of the love and support. We're almost at 10,000 big supporters. So let's go ahead and reach that by the end of the month. I know that we can do it. However, if it's your first time coming through, be sure to hit that sub button if you know. Smash that like button. Turn on post notifications to be a part of the Rich family. Now from here, man, let's go ahead and get into the breakdown of today's build. So when it comes towards this one today, we got to make it under the power forward position. As we get into the height, let's go with 6'9". And then for that weight, I'm going to drop this to 236. Now, as for that wingspan, go with 6'10", and this is really going to open up the floor when it comes towards that offensive side. Now, we're still going to be pretty effective defensively, but I'm telling y'all, I really got y'all right with this build today, especially with this kind of build name. So, for every build you want to start out with, bro, always start with the physicals. That's going to hit the minimum thresholds for animations, badges. This is going to be a key requirement. So, for that speed, I'm going to put this all the way up to an 81. As for that agility, let's go with a 77. Getting into the strength, put this up to a 73. And then once we get into that vertical, let's go with a 60. Now for this build, man, I'm telling y'all, we pretty much have everything that you could want from the finishing. The shooting is definitely there. And then also on top of that, the playmaking. So let's go ahead and dive into this defensive end. For that defensive rebound, I'm going to put this all the way up to an 80. Once we get into the offensive side, leave this at a 50. As you get into that block, I'm going to go with an 84. And then once we get into that steal today, let's go ahead and put this all the way up to a 79. So for this build, man, as you can see, we're pretty special on the defensive side. As for the actual perimeter defense, put this up to an 87. And then for that interior, we're going to go up to a 74. So right there, we did unlock a lot of badges when it comes toward that defensive side. As you can see, just to go through them, you get paint patroller, you also get post lockdown, off ball pest. Now on top of that, we also get challenger, immovable enforcer, on ball menace, pick dodger. And then for that steal, bro, we still get glove and interceptor. Now for the actual block, you still get silver paint patroller, bronze high-flying denier. And then on top of that, for the rebounding, silver box out beast and rebound chaser. So I think this build is pretty solid when you're looking at it from the defensive perspective, but it really gets better once we get into that offensive side. So for that shooting on the mid-range shot, put this all the way up to an 89. Once we get to the three-pointer, I'm going to put this all the way up to an 85. And that right there will unlock a lot of the jump shot bases that are really some of the better ones in the game. Now for the free throw, let's go with a 71. And, that's going to open up this build to take it into the rec. Any game mode with, that requires free throws. So for these badges on the three-pointer, we get silver deadeye. Bronze limitless range is going to be key. Now you also get set shot specialist on gold with shifty shooter. And then for the actual mid-range shot, a little bit more of the same. Now, so far we're looking pretty good. I think, if you want to make any type of changes to get more out of the mid-range shot, you definitely can do so. But let's just go ahead and say you use some cap breakers towards this build, man. You can potentially get Hall of Fame set shot specialist. So from here, I'm going to dive into the playmaking, and for that pass accuracy, I'm going to put this all the way up to an 87. Once we get into the actual ball handle, you want to go with an 80. And then now as we get into the speed with ball, let's go with a 68. So as you can see, we get bronze lightning launch. On top of that, for the ball handle, we get the pro dribble animations. You get ankle assassin, handles for days, also unpluckable, and then gold strong handle. Now for the pass accuracy, man, this build is, one of the best passing, bigger, taller, defenders that you can make. You get bailout, you also get gold break starter, versatile visionary, and dimer. So I think with the fact that You know, this is low-key a two-way playmaker type of build. You know, we're just a little bit taller than what you are used to seeing, but you know, this build pretty much has everything that you could possibly want so far. Now, for the finishing, this is where I did take one minor hint, and you can change this if you want to, but I want it to be a little bit more unique. So for that close shot, we're going to go up to an 84. Once we get into the driving layup, I'm going to put this all the way up to a 90, and pretty much this is what we should be looking like essentially once you get this build maxed out. Now, for some extra dunk packages, go with the 45 driving dunk, and you're still going to be able to dunk on this build, but the main thing is really going to be this driving layup. So you get silver physical finisher, you also get layup mixer, you know, bronze area wizard, gold float game, and then you also get silver paint prodigy, man. Now remember, if you want to, you know, possibly get like, let's say a 70 driving dunk, you can potentially take some away from the perimeter defense, but even the mid-range shot, I think this is going to be perfect as we keep this build throughout moving forward. So the reason why I say that is because you're a great finisher, bro. I'm telling y'all, layups are really easy to time this year, and I think they're low-key overpowered when it comes towards, you know, getting blocked, bro. I haven't been blocked on too many free throws this year, so I think with a 90 and considering these badges, bro, gonna be a really nice build to use, especially because you're primarily a shooter and a lockdown, and you really have some really elite playmaking skills on this build still, especially when it comes towards the pass accuracy, man. That's really special. Now, as we get into these takeovers, as you can see, we get about 20 of them, and some of my favorites, you know, we get 3 and D. You get spot up shooter to potentially, you know, get a 95, 99 mid-range shot and the 3-pointer like together, bro. That would be really nice. Now, you also get orchestrator, mirror, make it rain, fluid shooter, feathery touch, you know, you get clinic. All of these are some pretty nice badges defensively, and also when it comes towards the offensive side, I think the takeovers are really going to make this build overpowered. Now, I like the one eraser because not only because of Rim Guardian, you know, the actual takeover ability, but getting a plus 15 towards this block would put us at least at somewhere a 99, bro. So a few things to think about, man. You also get layup guru, so imagine a plus 15 or 105 for your driving layup on this build. Also, when it comes towards midi maestro, like, you know, this is a real hybrid build that, you know, you could be an offensive monster if you need to, you know, defend if you need to, bro. This build can pretty much do it all. Now, you get offensive artist, smooth operator. SWAT specimen is probably one of my more favorite takeovers on this build. The plus 8, you know, put towards that 3-pointer and the defensive end for the block. Really can't go wrong with that, and it does give you sharp shooting marksman ability, bro. Now, you get trifecta, and it really comes down to your own play style, the way that you see this build fit most for yourself. And what I think is really special is that, you know, you get all of the layup packages, you know, pro dribble animations, and my favorite thing has definitely got to be the defensive end, man. So let me know your thoughts and opinion on this build. Have y'all made this one personally? And if you have not, bro, have you seen something more rare than this build today? Now, it really, in my opinion, is probably one of the best power forward builds that you can make that's out there. I just want to say thank y'all so much to those of you who made it to the very end. God bless every single one of you. Comment down TG if you made it to the very end, bro, and where you're tuning in from. And welcome to the family, bro. I just want to say, you know, I really appreciate y'all making it to this part of the video. So let's go ahead and move forward to make sure that we all made the build correctly. And as y'all can see, we get that Draymond Green comparison, Kawhi Leonard, and Tari Eason. And together, we have created about the 19th build that I brought to y'all, the two-way 3-level .4. So, you know, with this build, man, we have a whole lot of potential from the finishing side, the defense, the shooting, bro. I'm really happy that this can potentially be the main shooter on your team as well. Now, the fact that, you know, this is a build that's, you know, really is kind of a taller playmaker that, you know, can really defend well. So as far as for this build all around, I think it's going to be great for all game modes, especially the ones, bro, considering that this build has the ability to defend on the outside and interior. I think it really makes it all the better. So let me know what y'all thought about today's build, man. And if you want to see the top 10 most rare builds that you have never seen, bro, I'll put a little pop-up card right here above and the link down below in the description. So, you know, once again, thank y'all so much for the support. God bless every single one of you. I got another video dropper for y'all tomorrow, so be sure to stay tuned for that. And if it was your first time coming through, be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Smash that like button. Turn on post notifications to be a part of the Rich family. And last but definitely not least, with all that being said though, I got one last thing to say. Rich out.